Let's talk about upper body training. This is always an interesting topic for athletes because it's where we see a crossover between the strength and conditioning / exercise science and the fitness / bodybuilding worlds. So let's settle this right now. You can train your upper body to be both aesthetic and athletic. The next hurdle is that for sports like basketball, where you actually use your upper body to perform your skill, it is widely believed that heavy upper body lifting will ruin your shot, aka hinder your ability to actually play your sport. But that's only true if you do too much volume without enough time to recover in between. So athletes just need to be mindful of this. So to begin with, let's build up internal strength through the bigger muscles, i.e. chest, back. We're not going to talk about core because I've got a separate video on that, which I'll link up here in the description below. But the other bigger muscles through a full range of motion at body weight level. By using a full range of motion and different variations of similar exercises like push-ups and pull-ups, not only are you lotioning the joints, i.e. getting nutrients to them, but you're also able to work those smaller muscles too, like your shoulders, your biceps, and your triceps. Next, we can start to build external strength through typical compound movements that bodybuilders might use, such as a barbell bench press. However, as athletes, we're going to focus more on the range of motion and tempo to determine how much weight and how many reps we'll be doing. As such, we may only end up getting to about 85% of our 1 rep max, but that's still a lot of weight without actually overdoing it. I personally like to use pyramid sets at this phase to determine the different rep ranges. So imagine you're doing 3 sets and you're trying to do the maximum number of reps in each set. Well, for set 1, you might work at 65% of your 1 rep max. For set 2, you might work at 75%, and then for set 3, you might work at 85%. Now, obviously, because you're trying to get the maximum number of reps, but you're gonna increase the weight with each set, you're inevitably going to do less sets as the weight continues to increase. From there, let's build up this strength unilaterally by doing exercises that allow us to work one side of the body at a time. This allows us to account for imbalances that we might have on either side, and if we've got a stronger side, but also maintain strength in general. So let's take chest exercises, since I've been using that for the other examples, where we might have used a barbell bench press in the last phase for the compound movement. For this phase, we might use dumbbells for the bench press because we have to now hold that weight of the dumbbell in each individual hand. So if you have a stronger side, it's going to be exposed. But you know, if you're doing something that's relatively heavy, then that stronger side is still maintaining the strength it already has. You're just bringing the weaker side up to speed. And finally, we can start to make these lifts more difficult by using different variations of rep ranges, such as a 1.5 rep. But we immediately superset these with a mobility exercise, which allows for recovery during the workout, while still being able to lift quite heavy and get a lot of volume in as well. So again, taking chest exercises, you could do a 1.5 rep barbell bench press, but then immediately superset this with a T-spine opener, which allows for elongation of the muscles in between sets rather than just leaving them compressed. And that just allows for better overall recovery. So to recap, when athletes are training upper body, I like to follow a system of building up internal strength through full range of motion body weight movements, then progress onto compound movements to build up external strength, continue building that external strength, but through unilateral movements, working one side at a time, and then finally we can vary up the rep ranges, but superset that with mobility exercises so that the muscles can recover in between sets. If you like this breakdown, then check out the video that's about to come up on screen, which will explain how athletes can train their plyometrics. And you might as well subscribe whilst you're at it too. Also, check below in the description for a free vertical jump workout, which you can get at www.elitesmartathletes.com. But until next time, stay blessed.